Hello Aries, and welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a reading for the 7th to the 13th of February. If you don't know anything about the Astroflower, you'll find lots of links in the description below for our books, but also for introduction videos and also for our sister channel, Cymatic TV. Go ahead, knock yourself out, explore just after you've subscribed to this channel. Okay, so here we go. Let's just see what's going on. This is your influence from the universe on your karmic path on your spiritual level. This is your karmic path for this coming week. And this is on the spiritual side, and this is on the material side. So, well, definitely a game of two halves here at the moment. On the material side, we'll see how it plays out, but there seems to be a little bit of conflict, a little bit of angst, and then the Nine of Cups comes out. Whoop! You know, universe, this is what I love about the universe. You think you got it all sussed, and then all of a sudden they come and smash you around. Look at that. What's going on? Aries, I know you're in that transition period because you're moving into that last period before your birthday. But at the same time, are you serious? Yeah, you want to change your path. You want to change your path. This is not going to be for everybody, this part of it. It might be it will correspond to everybody, but to a certain degree. I have one thing that sort of keeps coming back. It's as if like you've been going down a material path. Maybe you've been working too hard and you're sort of saying, I can't deal with this. Things have to change. And if you actually sort of recognize that at the beginning part of the week, where the universe is sort of saying the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups there, if that person turns round, she's pretty disappointed in the other cups that are just getting whisked away. But if she turns round, she realises she's actually got a full cup there. And, you know, it's on other traditional things, there's a pathway going through the water that's just behind it. I don't know if you can see that. But as it goes through it, it leads off to better land. I don't know if it's water or hills. But usually in a traditional pack, you do have a bridge going to an island with a castle on it or something like that. And I will be getting another pack very soon. But it's a sort of, the universe is sort of saying, you know, don't be too harsh on yourself. Look around you and you'll see that there's actually more to life than actually there is. And I think that might be the beginning part of the week really for you, Aries. You do have that card as well, which is a decision to be made, bit of a tough decision. And maybe you're not looking at it from all sides, or maybe you're not looking at it from every perspective in order to give yourself the best possible options to follow on your evident path. So, you know, she's tying herself up in knots really over this, and she doesn't have to. That's the thing. If she takes the bandage off, all of a sudden she'll be able to see what's going on, and she'll be able to get those pesky crows, although I love crows, out of her hair, you know. So on this side, if you do realise that, you might realise that by the beginning part of the week, and all of a sudden you've walked into it and you sort of said, no, things have got to change. Or you've said, when you walk into your shop or your business or something like that on a Monday, you say, do you know what? I think it'd be a good idea to do this in a different way. So it can work on so many different levels that, and the moment you do that, you allow the possibilities for the universe to come in and give you really good surprises. So that's what seems to be coming in. This is what the guys are sort of trying to influence around your karmic path on the material side. And also what it's going to build inside you is confidence, which you might have had a bit of a knock recently by the looks of things. And you've got that Queen of Wands there. She's surrounded by little lanterns of light, but she's actually holding one, and that's just spraying out all the light around. And she's a very happy, fun-loving, positive queen who is very passionate about life. So, you know, it might be this week that you've got really good news coming in, really big news coming in that might need to, and you can see this on the spiritual side as well, where you might have to sort of kind of say, make some really tough decisions. And it might make you, because you've got to make some decisions, it might make you disappointed about certain things. But the universe is sort of saying, don't. be disappointed, because you're going to have great possibilities after that. Okay, let's move on to the spiritual side of things. So the universe is trying to sort of saying, nurture yourself. So maybe it's asking you to look after yourself physically at this time. This will be your autumn. If you know about the Astroflower, please go and see some of the links if you need to know. But you're in that 3-month period before your birthday, therefore the energy is going to be circulating slower. It doesn't mean you've got less energy, it just means it's slowly going over. And it's a moment to reminisce over the year, what's happened, and what do you want to do in the next year. And there is definitely a journey that your karmic path on the spiritual front is ready to go. You want to go, ready to go. So this is within you, and your karmic path is to move on this week on a spiritual sort of sense. And your guides are actually providing that victory for you. Your guides are helping that environment that is around you to create those coincidences, so you can have a victorious spiritual side of life where you can feel fulfilled and complete. The weird thing after that is that 9 of Swords that comes up. Now that's where your guides are sort of trying to encourage you in that conversation. And I think if I was the guides, I'd be saying to you, look, Aries, don't worry, man. You're worrying a lot about things that don't need to have it. And I think it's a bit of an oddball card compared with what is rest around you. And I think it's more a case of that your guides are actually sort of saying to you, don't worry, because if you worry, then you're going to cause troubles. Yeah. And by the end of the week, it looks like that journey is going to be happening, and you're going to want to start that journey, and you're going to start planning for it. You're going to get passionate about it. I think it's connected to your material world. Could be the purchase of a new house, could be a moving, could be a new job, everything like that. But inside you, what is the energy that is inside you, the Pentacle 6, is that you are trying to start that journey, and you want to start that journey. You want to finish what you're doing at the moment and move on, basically. Let's just connect these sides. We're going to go for the physical side first. So they're asking you to emotionally just be calm. Do the work under the surface that you need to do emotionally in order to produce that situation where things can change. You know, a magician, you can manifest anything. This is it, Aries. Once you apply yourself and you start manifesting, and a magician is the time a magician does the magic, all the work of the magician has already been done. The magic section at the end is minor compared to what the magician has already done. And I think this is what they're saying to you now. If you recognize that you're disappointed in what you're doing, or you're living your life on a material front, start your work now to manifest something else, and to be patient about it. You know, it's going to take time for the wheels of industry, or the wheels of the material world, to turn over. It's much slower in the material world than it is in the spiritual world. So it may need a little bit of patience. And it's all of that middle of the section of the week that you'll get that excitement to build up in you. And that's where the patience comes into play. Because it's going to start coming in quick, and they're going to ask you to start moving on very quickly with that Knight of Swords. And it's just going to build in pressure. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what your reading is next week and see what comes out there. So let's see what's just going on the spiritual path before we all sort of tie it all together. With that nurturing side, that's what the universe is trying to do. It's trying to sort of encourage your nurturing of that journey, of that spiritual journey that you're on. And with the Ace of Wands in it, there's definite passion and start of a journey, clear thinking, intuition, all of that sort of thing. You know, it's a good time to explore your ideas and your thoughts, and it can breed perfect victories for you. Not necessarily victories over someone, but it could be victories over a situation where you've been trying to work out why we are in a certain way, you know, and that's that whole journey. And this is what that path is. the connecting of the material, the mind, the body, mind and spirit, and the spiritual side of life. So the body and the mind and the spirit. That's what you're supposed to be sort of connecting it and being very loving and nurturing, which comes back into the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah? A bit of a headache. So there might be someone on this path that is causing a headache by the looks of things. Who, you know, this might stem from a confrontation that you've been having, and you are going to be victorious out of it because you're going to walk away. That's what the sign of someone who is, you know, spiritually mastering the world or the spiritual world around them, because they can just walk away in a much better state. So let's just see what goes on between that victory and the Nine of Swords, because that's anxiety, loss of sleep, that sort of thing. And you've got the Queen of Wands opposite. So it is tying into the work side. And I got a funny feeling it's coming in on this side. This person we're talking about could well be connected to your work. And it will make you just feel so great. But you know what you're like, Aries. You don't like celebrating the loss, other people losing. What you like celebrating is just pure and true victories. You know, clean victories. And it is a clean victory for you in the spiritual sort of sense. You've understood a great deal. But I think it causes you sort of, oh no, that person lost. It's a lesson for that other person as well. And that's why you need to win. That's why you need to stay focused or connect your body, your emotions and your physical world. Once you do connect those two, there's a real possibility going on for you. Let's see how these two sort of sides sort of combine together. Okay, so there's another work card that comes up on the spiritual sort of side, the Eight of Pentacles, so mastery of what you know and what you can do, applying that within your life. And it might be a case of sort of, you know, saying goodbye to someone who you've done a lot of work with in the past, you know. And it's going to give you that hermit moment. So the hermit has actually gone up the stairs a lot. He's gone right up to the top of the mountain, and actually he's floated off of the mountain because he understands a great deal about himself. And as he floats off, he projects that star, that knowledge in front of him, around him, into the universe. Okay? And it all flows into the Two of Wands. So this is the starting of the new journey, which is inside you, which is what you want, and it's planning it all. And with this new understanding, you'll be able to plan a journey in front of you for the coming week, 2 weeks, that will suit you down to the ground. In fact, I think this planning is actually going to take probably a month and a half, actually, because it seems like it's quite a big journey for you. Let's just see what's running through the overall energies, yeah? So a lot of ideas coming up of how to do things differently. How to change things. The victory, again, there's so many cards that are re-clarifying itself. It's quite amazing, really. So yeah, it's moving on to a victory and onto something that's... There's a card here that is the wrong way round. And I'm going to take it, you know, because it's the Three of Pentacles and it's about working with others. So this could well be, I'm going to leave it out there because it's a bonus card for you. But I do want to clarify that death and rebirth of this journey starting up. Yeah. Let's just see what happens on the spiritual front. Three of Cups. So Three of Pentacles and Three of Cups. You're coming back in the Three of Pentacles. It is obviously combining your love with other people, enjoying maybe learning or being with other people, presenting your work with other people, enjoying the idea of ferocious times in front of you. And this could be the Nine of Swords, of just a bit of anxiety that you may be creating. Yeah. And the Page of Pentacles on the physical side. So this new start, this new journey will be a project that's going to build in the future. Looks good, looks long term, more than just 1 week, but there's going to be a lot happening next week. So pay attention Stay clear and remain patient as you go forward. Okay? So there you go, Aries. That's been your Astroflower reading for the week of 13th to the 7th to the 13th. If you want to learn about more Astroflowers, please do go in the description below and knock yourselves out. Okay? In the meantime, after you've subscribed and clicked that bell, don't forget, life should be fun. So please do enjoy.